played the role. She's my beauty, she's my queen. I told her I'm king. I promise not to leave the throne. Won't take advantage of your love. I'm someone you can trust. You'll never win.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Fyreside Chat. I am your host, Lioness, Sister V, live right here on IntellectualRadio.com. Today, I am met with two of my faves. I got my girl, Toria, which is going to be probably, both of them are probably going to be more like co-hosts today. And then I got my brother and friend, Media Monix, my celebrity brother.
I wish I had some celebrity money.
I'm with you when you're right.
Most of them don't got no money anyway, so maybe I am a celebrity.
Yeah,
that's right. Come on.
Celebrity, he carries the very presence of a celebrity. And so when I say something, you have to receive it, man, because I'm telling you what I know. It's just a matter of time before you boom, bang, bow. Ain't that what they... Yes, indeed. In the chat, joining me is my very own brother, Minister Antonio Castell, who was with me last weekend as we discussed a project versus a partner. And
he call in.
Minister can call in. Go ahead, Tori, put it in the chat.
Not too much on my projects out there. You know what I'm talking about? Some of us are just diamonds in the rough, and we need a little help.
Yeah,
Minister.
Yeah, he real cool, down to earth. He's smooth with it. Came in here cleaner than a board of health.
Smelling
period.
Good.
How you know he was smelling good?
I'm sitting over here catching it, baby. I'm catching that.
He talking about. He say, me? Am I the one smelling good?
Yes. I'm like, oh, come on.
I took a shower.
Yeah, Monty smell good. He got a lit up in here.
I'm taking showers and all kinds of stuff.
He didn't put on something. He just ain't telling us what it is.
Yes, he smells so good. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's that celebrity. You can smell me if you can't see me.
Come on.
I'm excited, guys, about the topic on today, the bed and beyond. Now, to all my critics, I love you very much, okay? Because I know all y'all saw was bed and went crazy. But we need to have these conversations with our brothers because this is a way of letting them know they matter. And with everything else beating them upside the head in the world, we want them to know as they sisters and friends that we got their back and we're concerned about the things that concern them. And we're willing to take a back seat sometime and shut up and just listen to what it is that they have to say sometime. Maybe we'll learn some. But and we'll get better results and stop man bashing. Seriously, though.
Come
know
on.
What I mean? So I'm super duper hyped today because what I love about Monix, I know I'm getting raw material, baby. No unfiltered. He gonna tell it like it. T.I. is, as my grandma say it, not like it. I is.
I sure can't cook. So
you can't cook?
All you gonna get is raw. I can't. I almost burned my house down using the air fryer the other day.
You can't cook? Oh no.
Don't worry about it.
You know what? It's all good.
I got lady friends who love me.
I was just gonna say.
See,
sure I eat.
Ain't it always somebody?
Yeah.
We always say it's always somebody.
It ain't never. They ain't never alone.
They ain't never really alone.
No, don't.
No. Who's alone?
Never alone.
Men, not us.
I know. I already know.
I'm just not gonna do it, and I'm okay with it.
They ain't gotta worry because they ain't never alone.
Thank you to the ladies I know for being so awesome, making me feel not alone.
Yes. So into the topic today, I took an introduction from our famous internet outlet, Google, because I wanted to see what AI had to say and see if we was on one accord. See, it's a lot of people.
AI be on point, though.
Yeah, it do. But I'm limited in what I trust AI with. Right. But yeah, as long as I bring the content in, you can break it down for me, but you ain't gonna give me what to think and say. Understand? Okay, so men. The bed and beyond. It said men have diverse needs beyond sexual intimacy, encompassing emotional, social, and psychological aspects. They need to feel the cuss word. We don't like to acknowledge it, but they need to feel respected, have healthy friendships, engage in challenging work, and know their partners are happy. Additionally, they require physical affection, trust, and a sense of belonging. So I want to kick it off today with a question that I have, because I had a man say that women, he say a man who we are, y'all fantasy is not our reality, is what they said. So I'm just wanting to know, outside of the physical aspect of the relationship. Do we tend to lock y'all into what we think y'all are in our heads and not be concerned or prioritize your own needs outside of the bedroom?
Um, yes. Yeah. It's like y'all put us in a box sometimes. I'm 6'1", 290. I don't fit in the box of a guy that's 5'7", 175. It's not the same thing. I'm a whole different personality. What I personally need is different than the next man. Whatever made you a good woman with that guy probably don't work with me.
Mm.
So right, so you can't come in. Well, you can if you want, but it's not very effective if you come into our situation knowing that you're a good woman already. It's not very helpful. Because what makes you a good woman, I'm gonna be honest with you, everybody's doing it. The base level stuff. Like as a man, I don't have trouble finding a woman who will do these basic dutiful needs. You know what I'm saying? And be a listening ear, because women are attracted to. A lot of them call themselves sapiosexuals. A lot of them don't know what they're saying, but
God, I wish they stopped saying that.
you know what I'm saying. So a lot of women are attracted to a man who can articulate, right? So that's easy. That's all over the place.
Mhm.
Are you gonna get into nuances and really genuinely try to understand this man? And everybody ain't for you to try to understand. But if you're gonna be with somebody, you got to try to understand them. And sometimes their truth is ugly. My truth ain't always pretty. And if I can't tell it to you, we don't got a chance.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's okay if I can't tell it to you. Just understand that we don't have a chance after that. And you may not care, and that's okay too, right? Because we grown, we get to do what we want to do. I'm human. We get to make these choices. I don't want to bother that. You might judge me off what I say, and that's okay, because you should judge people before you let them in your space.
Yes.
So I get it. It's fine. But, they put us in a box.
Wow. And so to me, that's very important, because I feel like sometimes we want a side of y'all that we have not made y'all safe enough to give us.
We might not even be that.
What
Like,
do you mean?
I might not even
Preach.
you might need
Money.
A, B, and C.
Sorry.
You might need A, B, and C, but I'm D, E, and F. So you trying to make me, you trying to turn you. What a lot of people do is they will the box, right? I was talking about, right? You want me to be who you need me to be for you. Yeah, and your whole mentality is, what can I do for you? And you feel like if you do these things that you did for the last guy for me, then you'll get what you want. I may not even be the type to give you that, especially not up front. And sometimes for some of us, it takes a while for it to click. But you don't even really like me though. You just attracted to me, so you let me around. And most of us think with our loins, right? Most of us, we just do. Yeah. That's human nature for you.
Yeah.
It was always going to be human nature once we was free to do so. And right now we're definitely free to do so, right? So most of us think with our loins, and we get that going on, and now everything else is blinders on. I'm sorry, it's blinders on everything else. So we're not even seeing whatever.
Wow.
You don't even like me for real. You just want what you want. You want me. You just happen to want me to give you what you want. You're not looking to serve me. You're not looking to be something for me. You're not looking to be a safe space for me. You're looking to be protected. Most women I meet is like, what can you do for me? They don't use those words, but they'll say stuff like, I need a man who will do this, who will do that. No, well, what are you going to do? What do you offer up front? And now that I had to ask you what you offer up front, I don't even think I want to hear it. You're not here for me. You here to get yours off. And that'd be the problem.
And then do you think that sometimes we think y'all don't know that because y'all don't say it?
I think y'all think we don't know a lot of stuff. And we really just ain't got the mental space to fight that.
Because we're gonna come back.
Because even we'll get in this space where, like, you know what, she pretty and she over here. Okay, we'll get in that space.
Lord of mercy.
And of course it'll look like love, especially if he giving it to you good.
Oh, help me.
Because part of the definition of love is sexual attention.
Yes. So it's digging into. I read an article on Man Alive, and I love when I hear it from the horse's mouth, because I think I can't speak for every woman, but for myself, I can look back and see some of the things, the wrong decisions that I made, and some of the wrong moves I made was because I was that. I was not listening to what that man was saying, and even what he wasn't saying. Because the last thing we want to do after we invested is believe that this ain't gonna work, because I'm gonna make it work. And you can't do that without the participation of the other party. We may not want the same things. I can't make him see me in a light that he just don't see me, no matter what I do.
And it's tough out here nowadays, anyway, though, because I'm not the pee in the dating pool guy, right? I don't say that. I don't even like that phrase, because you in the dating pool too. While you saying it, so like everybody peeing if that's the case. But you know the topic. What do men need from women beyond the bedroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of those. What did I put? I wrote notes.
Good.
What did I say?
Come on here, Monix.
I said that one of the things we need is for social media to go away. I know it's about unrealistic, but I'm saying that because we're overstimulated. My opinion. This is okay. I'll speak for me.
Yeah.
I'm overstimulated, right? And I got too many choices.
Gotcha.
From what I've seen, humans as a whole don't do well with too many choices.
Sure.
You know, when they got a lot of choice, they don't know what to do. They get reckless, and they'll end up settling for the same thing over and over and over again. When they say, you attract what you are, I think that's what's happening. You're just settling for the same thing because out of all the choices, I'm comfortable here, right? But I think the reason why a lot of us won't even sit down and stay long enough to know a person is because I see something pretty over here. I have so much access to something that appeals to my carnal. It's right here. Why I got to deal with that?
Yeah.
We got too much going on. It's too much access. Nobody is supposed to have this much access. How am I going to stay looking at you like you to move when this is in front of me and I stay on my phone? And it's hard for people now
looking at your competition.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening for sure.
Wow.
That don't mean that person want to leave you, but I'm gonna be honest. My opinion is that most people, even though a lot of us are strong enough to not entertain, a lot of us really fancy extra vibes.
That extra attention.
A lot of us fancy extra vibes, like just to be able for it to be legal to be in a room with another person, whether it's sex. You could even take sex out for as a man to be in a room with another woman and just vibe and chill. We could be across the other sides of the couch, just talking. That energy is amazing.
It is,
right? So, but that ain't commonly legal in relationships. Like, and somebody told me, you get insecure. Now, you ain't insecure. You don't want another man to have access to your woman. That's not insecure. That's just keeping a sound home.
Right.
But it's a fight, though, right?
And it's on both sides, though.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you for that, because I couldn't speak for you outside. But
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Speak to
but
him.
so we got all these options, and what we supposed to do? Like the average person, I ain't gonna say average. I'm gonna just say a lot of us, we don't really we're not gonna really process that well. We're gonna take these options. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us gonna take these options. You get on my nerves, she ain't. Let's go.
So wait, oh Lord. So he didn't say a whole lot today.
He has. I'm sitting up here letting him keep flowing, and I'm like, wait, should I stop? Should I let him keep going?
I'm like, I'm trying to get it all. So I will say that I agree that we definitely put men in a box because we have a picture or this whole imagination thing be running away with us. It ain't just the men. The Temptations got the song. It was just my imagination running away with me. Well, it ain't just them that be having these whole pictures in their mind.
No.
As a matter of fact, it's usually us.
Yes.
So we paint a whole picture of who he is based on what we think we know, the little bit that we've learned in whatever time span we've learned it. And we decide that from this little piece of information that I have, you're all of these things. And he's looking at you like, who told you? Like, by the time you express these things out, and he was looking at you like, who told you I was any of those things? Like, when did you see all that? Because I don't even know. I don't know none of that. Or we have this thing where it's like, I think you're this, and I've already decided that this is who you are. And he said, but that's not who I told you that I was, though. And I'm going to need you to believe what I said versus what you think you feel.
Exactly.
Because we as women have this thing where we get this nurturing side of us and this intuition that we have. And I'm not saying that it's not good. And I'm not saying that it's not true. What I am saying is that you can't tell him who he wants to be, even if you think you have an insight to him.
That is,
you know what I mean? Like I can feel like I have an insight and I could be right. That does not, but if that's not who you are identifying with, then I'm finna have a problem with you. Because now we ain't on the same wavelength about who you are.
That is correct. And what he looking for. And what he looking for.
Absolutely. Because then we have this thought process that what he's looking for is the typical. And so and I like this because Antonio said, I'm not your regular.
Mhm.
I ain't your regular.
I ain't your
Which
regular.
means you don't know me like you think you know me because I ain't like them. I ain't like them. They ain't like me.
Mhm.
The same way that we always, because I always tell me, my baby, you don't know me. You think you do. You got me in this. You look at me and decide, but you don't know me. That's because that's not who I am. I'm not that. But so I think that we do the same thing, and so because we put them in this box and we say this is who you are, then we're looking at them really, really stupid when we looking crazy when he turned out not to be that dude, and he looking at you and we mad at him. Oh, I can't believe you led me on. No, I didn't lead you to that. You led yourself to that.
That part, that accountability piece.
You led yourself to that, and you're
Ooh.
not going to take accountability for the fact that you did this to
You
yourself.
broke your own heart.
You broke your own heart because I told you this not who I was. But I want to see the potential in him, baby. Just like he said, he said he was talking about the fact that we automatically poor, thinking that he's this guy. He's like, but I'm not even. What you think you want to get from me? I don't even have it to give you.
Wow. And
That's what I heard he said.
will complicate things.
And sex will
take us somewhere we ain't ready to go.
And
they still be right on point A.
Right on
we
point A,
right?
and we is all the way in Z.
You already at the wedding. I ain't even nowhere near.
Let me tell you something. I told the one guy, because I teach at the prison, and I told him, I said, let me tell y'all something about y'all men and women. I said, I want you all to really, really start thinking about who you're going to bed and why you're bedding them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when a woman has an orgasm, it releases oxytocin. That oxytocin washes her whole entire brain. Now you wonder why, when you don't call her afterwards, she be somewhere ready to bust the windows out your car and slit your tires and key your the side of your doors because you done washed her in oxytocin, her mind in oxytocin, and it's in your favor toward you because we're designed to be the desire of our man, husbands, right? But we get that to just regular men.
The Bible says y'all was boy crazy. It's in there.
We was boy crazy.
We was boy crazy.
It's in the Bible.
It really.
It said,
that's what it really equates to, though.
Eve shall give her heart after her husband.
Her heart should be turned. Her desire should be to her husband. Yeah.
The word in that verse, husband, the Hebrew translation is not spouse. It's man.
It's man. Period.
A male.
But you're right, though. So we do. This is why we do it to everybody. We give it to everybody. That's why he say it's not for you to learn to understand everybody. But we have to protect that. We have to figure out. No, you're not worth me pouring that. You're not worth me pouring that pour.
And we're not under proper covering today.
No.
It's like so now everybody has to adjust. The world, amongst other things, has always been survival of the fittest. If you don't adapt, you die. In some cases, literally. In some cases, metaphorically. If you don't adjust, you're gonna have problems. And it is what it is. That's life, and that's the way the light world always been since before civilization started. You know what I'm saying? The Big Bang Theory will tell you that sea life, whichever sea life was able to float to the top nearest the light and survive, is the ones that adapted and moved forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But like she was saying, sex complicates things.
Clouds it.
So you get and we give that, you get that part of yourself. It's 12,000 nerve endings down there on the woman.
Huh.
It's 12,000 nerve endings. It's between the vagina and the love button.
Mm-hmm.
It's 12,000.
I like that he called it a love button.
I'm learning that.
I love it.
And it's all sending oxytocin to the brain.
Washing her mind in your favor.
Look at how y'all behave during intercourse. We love it, by the way. Don't get me wrong. But you know what I'm saying? The reactions y'all get, men will give reaction, but it's never as intense as y'all.
No, we've been working overtime trying to get him to give a reaction.
And I know a lot of people will call it. A lot of people will call it just sex. If you're looking at this camera right now and you're calling it just sex, you are out of your mind.
That's right.
It's not. It's way more than that.
Insane. For a man, it ain't even just sex for a man. Even if he don't leave with the feelings that she had, because you're causing a ripple effect as a man. I thought about this a couple of years ago. I'm a sailor, retired sailor. So if you want to get into my body count, it's irresponsible. If I'm being honest, right? I thought about this like a couple of years ago and I cried. And I didn't even care about them as much, I ain't gonna lie. It was really about me not being the proper representative for my children that I need to be. And they don't know all my business like that. But 1 + 1 is 2. This action plus this action causes this behavior, and that behavior happens in front of our children. So you can try to hide your business. No,
That is very
applied
true.
mathematics is a real thing.
Yes.
You understand? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't think about these things before we just jump into bed. And I understand jumping into bed. I'm human, and I want to do that too. And my intentions be really pure though. I'm attracted to you, so I want to be in your space and see what that brings. That's really what I'm after. It always leads to what it leads to. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And as a man, after we share these moments, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not very equipped to tell you no.
At all.
I'm afraid to go first
honesty.
though. So like a 9 out of 10, if I did it, when we first did it, you showed me all the signs. They said
It was a go.
Green light.
It's time to
Come
give
on.
this a shot.
But you know what? You ain't slick,
Not
Monis.
that I had the right to it, but it was
Yeah.
like, it's okay to give it a shot.
Yeah.
For me, if you come to my house and spend a night, it's okay for me to give it a shot.
Oh yeah.
You have every right to say no all day long, and I'm
Right.
gonna back off.
Right.
But you in my bed, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Of course.
Not always, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Most
You
of
can't
the
be
time.
mad at me because I gave it a shot.
Yeah.
And let's be clear, if they spend the night with you, she wants you to give it a shot.
Yeah, because why you there?
Even if she do want it, even if she gonna say no later, she wants you to give it a
I've
shot.
had a couple play with me, like they didn't give it to me that night because they just wanted to see. I didn't invite them back though, because I don't play that game. I don't play that game. You can't play with me like that.
See, that's what I tell
I did
to
a career in
women
the
all
military,
time,
and
like,
rape culture is real in the military.
yeah.
And I don't play those games.
Shout out to the chat, Minister Tony. He said we study the body.
Yes, I saw that.
Baby, okay.
We study the
Miss
body to show
Sakura,
thyself approved.
my bestie Sakura.
That's
She
what
said
work
we
good for,
also
God.
don't listen. We also don't listen to me, and most of the time we'll tell you what it is. And then there's D. Hi D, I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're feeling well. He said that that's an excuse for not controlling yourself. Now I don't know
What
which
was
part
your
that he
that,
was talking
yeah.
about when he said that, because it's been a minute. Hey Hood, good to see you, my dear. So yeah, we're talking about the bed and beyond, what a man need outside of the bedroom, and Monix has been giving us the tea, and we ain't mad at him on here today on this IntellectualRadio.com, baby. He giving us the nuggets. So I guess it's true that, okay, y'all, they do got needs outside, but I think that what he said, you don't get to run reference from your last relationship and think you know
What that
exactly
is.
in particular what he needs, in that sex ain't good for you, woman, because we're going to lose all our scruples, especially
You
if
can
he's
stop
taking
doing
us
that.
where we want to go.
Baby,
We lost our ever
You
loving
can
mind.
stop. This is look here. This is why I told myself, I said, I finally understand at the ripe old age of 50. I finally understand why the Lord wanted this sacred for marriage. I totally get it now. Because once I enter into this space, I am gone. My mind is gone.
If we be honest.
Like for real, like my mind is gone. Like, so I only need to be gone for my man.
You know, that's so
My
many-
man,
that's
my
so-
man, my man.
There's so many women today who really take on the mentality of it's okay to go mess around. They really take that on. Like, no, what you mean? It's okay. Yeah, go do that. Go play around and go.
You mean like cheating on a guy,
No,
or
no,
just
like
doing
For
something?
you to be
Dating.
able to cheat.
No, dating.
Okay,
A lot of women, a lot of people, when they have sex, when they're dating, they also having sex.
gotcha.
So you're saying it's casual, and
Like,
it's casual with everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of people promote casual sex,
True.
Yeah,
and I just think
I don't think it's a
just
good
think it's
idea.
so dangerous.
I think it's.
And I know I sound like a hypocrite, and that's okay. I'll be the hypocrite.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. I'm the type, I'll do something wrong, but I'm not going to justify it. Casual sex is troublesome because, for one, especially if you're the type that believe God's going to send you your husband or your wife, and the Bible didn't even say that, but okay. So you're the type that believes that. You're not helping your case by going to catch more bodies.
Correct.
You think you're more prepared to be a spouse after your 7th body this year?
That's good, Monix.
Do you? I mean, I'm really asking people that. Do you think you're more prepared? You might know more stuff,
Yeah.
but it's harder to practice wisdom because experience tires you out.
Yes.
Look at you and yours. For anybody who's been married 15, 20 years, the average person. Look at your spouse. Does she make you jump out your pants immediately when you see her at 20 years later? No, because experience tires you. So you got to have more things going on than that in your marriage.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, okay.
It's so like I went through a space where I'm like,
share it.
I went through a space where I was like tired of I was tired of women for like a year. Like not in the bedroom obviously, but like in my space, like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with all that. I got there for like a year. You know, I came back to myself, but I was overstimulated. I've had too many experiences. Not all of them had to deal with sex.
I don't know what happened to my camera. Okay.
Yeah, but I had too many experiences, and they all were so similar. And everybody think, you never found another like me. I did. She's right here. Y'all are just alike. Y'all mad at the same things. You approach it the same way, and I'm a little tired of it.
Yeah.
So I went on like a hiatus for like a year where I wasn't locking in
well, that's
with nobody.
Good.
And it was crazy is I got so much done. Oh my God, that's painful to say. And I'm 42 now, and it's like it's tough to lock in with a woman if you want to get something done. Mm-hmm. The reason I'm saying that is if you haven't already done it. Right?
That's right.
So now I'm finally in my life for the first time ever, I'm ambitious.
See?
I've never been ambitious in my life. People look at me and see some things I accomplished and thought I was ambitious. I was coasting. You know what I'm saying? In the military, it's like you get in trouble if you don't succeed. So it becomes part of the culture. Like, I got to succeed. It wasn't because I was so ambitious. It's because I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to get fussed at. You know, so now I'm finally ambitious on a different note, on a different level, you know, more, I don't want to say autonomously, but proactively. I want to own buildings now. I want to open a car lot, stuff like that. And then it's fortunately for me, it's a very reachable goal, right? And then if in the next 12 to 18 months. So now that I got that going on, if I go try to date a woman, chasing a woman, it's going to cost me money. It's going to cost me time. Knowing me and my history is going to make me gain weight.
It froze. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to make me gain weight. It's going to make me less productive than I need to be. But, you know, we still want our companions, so we try to navigate. And then, like, companion versus partner is two different things. Yeah, a lot of people don't address that. Like, companion, you want me to be there and cuddle you and love on you and eat food with you and have stimulating conversation and you know, but a partner is like finna help you move your plan along. But also not everybody has a plan though. Not everybody's gonna have a plan. So that's not everybody's thing. Right. And so we gotta understand that too. We can't, a lot of us looking for the best of the best, but the best, what you call the best of the best ain't in front of you right now.
That is correct.
So you either wait or you adjust. But because everybody's not gonna have this grandiose plan. Because if they did, who's gonna work for the people with the plan?
Exactly.
If we're being honest, everybody ain't gonna be the millionaire.
This is why we can't get stuck. And I'm sorry to everybody. I didn't mean to go into it was a little distraction. Something happened with the phone. It went off and I had to restart the live, but it's all good. We're still here. Okay. So
I just shared the live.
You said a whole lot. And I think that what the bed does is distracts us from really being intentional about picking a partner that's capable, how the Bible describes us as suitable, capable woman to stand with you through that journey of success that you just described and the things that you want to do. If we're just so distracted, oh, he fine, I think I want to sleep with him. Oh, he fine, I think I might put him in my black book too. Okay, by the end of the year,
and y'all ain't going nowhere.
We just doing something.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm going to say, because I figured this out. And someone said this to me. Shout out to my friend, my best friend, Bestie. I love you. So he showed me this. He said, let me tell you something. Once y'all start having intercourse, what's going to happen is all of the whole, I'm getting to know you and I'm learning who you are, that's done. It's, in a sense, in the depth of it, is pretty much, you're gonna have to work real hard to get back to that.
If he doesn't have great intentions for you, then it's done.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what he says. It's done. You are better. This is why I be saying. This is why the old folks be telling you, hey, hold out as long as you can. You know why they told you that? Because as long as you holding out and you ain't giving it up, guess what? He ain't got no other choices. If he's interested at all,
he ain't got no other choice to do but to get to know you, because you ain't got nothing to distracting him.
This,
And if you don't distract
Go ahead.
yourself either, this is when you get to figure out if he's for real or not. Because the moment you jump in with your talking about some watch me and oxytocin, you done vetting him.
And so
Like you done vetting him.
you know what's crazy? It's very rare that I run into a woman and I find her interesting.
That's good.
And it's not because she ain't interesting. It's because she ain't showing me she interesting.
That's because she leading with her feminine and sexuality.
She's leading with that.
Yeah.
She's leading with what she thinks is gonna stick me.
Right.
She wants to stick me first,
Boom.
and then show me.
Boom.
But once you
Very
get busy,
good.
sticking me, I done stuck you now.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
Because he got the bigger bang, baby.
Go
He got the bigger bang.
Steve
I'm trying to
Harvey
tell you,
said,
Sex has more of an impact physically
on me,
on a woman.
a woman, than it ever is gonna be on a man. So he's always gonna win when you lead with that.
You know what
You're
I'm
not
saying?
gonna win. You want to win with keeping your legs closed. I'm telling you, we run around, and don't get me wrong.
Be about something too. Like, why you ain't, if you ain't got nothing else to offer, then I guess it is what it is. So
Absolutely.
all you can do is wait. But if you're waiting and you ain't about nothing, now you're risking him finding you boring.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So like, what do you like? Most of us are so busy worried about relationships, and I know some people would say that they're not, and I'm gonna call those people a liar.
Liars.
Because I can tell by what you always talk to me about. The proof is in the pudding. I don't make stuff up. I don't go around making lies up about people. Based on my sample size, my small sample size of the world, that's what I've seen. You're not caught up in a hobby, a passion, some education, reading some books, jogging, mountain climbing, swimming, taking a trip. Most people take trips overseas and end up on a resort, don't lead a resort. They don't even know the currency of the country they was in. Wow. You have nothing to talk about.
And so
just a bunch of podcast questions. I'm telling you, that's 90% of what I get from people. It's podcast questions.
You
not
have to be
podcast
able,
questions.
I will say that if you are a woman that has substance and you have intelligence and you can actually hold a conversation, you might want to start leading with that. This is why and it's the same way with men. If you really, really know how to do more than just pay for everything, then you might want to start with whatever else that is. Okay, don't lead with the pocket. Don't start leading with the wallet, because if you start leading with the wallet, that's gonna be what's always expected.
That is true,
right?
That is very true.
I don't know. I always leave with the wallet.
You always leave the wallet?
Yeah.
Okay, check it out. Start paying attention.
I always leave with the wallet, right?
Start paying attention.
Well, not even because I not really like leading with the wallet. Like, hey, baby, I got some money, but I'm gonna show you a good time, and that causes people to think you got money. Right?
That's one thing.
And so, but it's like, but I have led with the wallet before. Like, I'm gonna get her
the showering of the gifts.
Show it is not really, just showing her a good time, but making it look fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that might not be a big.
But so it's like, but that's what a lot of people have told me is leading with money, and we have to respect how people see it. So a lot of people do see it that way, right?
Yeah.
But
why are you going all out?
Sometimes when I so it's like if I meet you and I want to go to McDonald's on the first date, I'm gonna invite you to McDonald's. If I meet you and I feel like going to Ruth Chris because this is where I wanted to go, knowing me, I'm gonna want to take a pretty lady with me so she'll get the benefit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that might stimulate some
Ruth
people.
Chris really all out though? Is it all out?
It's a few $100s on the meal.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a middle class citizen, so
it
for
is.
me, it's all out.
I'm a middle class.
If I got to spend $300-400 on a 2-hour event,
yeah,
that's a lot for me.
Yeah,
maybe not for them.
Then you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't be doing Ruth Chris.
No, I'm fine with doing Ruth Chris. I'm just saying that. But so some people will see that and be like, "Oh, he leading with stuff." I don't care about what you got. Like I've gotten that. But so for me, it's like the women who I'm doing it with, they don't say that. It's just
of course not
in conversation later. But now they might get hooked because they think I got some. Because it's a difference from having money and being willing to spend it, right?
Right.
Those are two different things.
True.
But sometimes I have it, sometimes I'm willing to spend it. Usually it's a good balance of the two. And yeah, so they'll get hooked on that, like, oh, okay, I see what I'm gonna get here. But I promise you, I've made good use of those women.
You make good use of them how?
Of course.
No, don't say it. I'm just saying.
That's not what you think. That's not what you think.
Oh, they gonna serve too. They gonna serve in other capacity. Yeah.
I ain't talking about sex.
Right.
They're gonna earn this
do
bread.
some laundry, some cooking.
They're gonna be beneficial to me.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I mean all of it.
I promise you. You know what I'm saying? I've never, not since I was 25, have I had a woman who I did a lot for and she wasn't beneficial to me. And that God bless them, black women over 40 should all go to heaven because golly, they are willing to work.
Lord of mercy.
For
See,
real.
I had a guy, well, some
Lord of
dudes
mercy,
at the
well,
gym said to
they'd
me,
never find me.
you know, the women coming in the gym, I mean, they, baby, they put it out there. And they told me that they tired of that and said that back to what you was saying about what do you have to offer. And they basically was saying to me, like, when women work overtime to over sexualize themselves, it's because they don't have nothing else to offer.
Yeah.
And
When
they
you know
was
that.
like, we turned off from that. We
But then-
want something else.
We turned off in this. We turned off in the sense of longevity.
Longevity, yeah.
right.
Like we're bone.
They
Of course, all
entertain that.
day.
They said
That's-
that.
that's
They say we're
entertainment.
entertaining.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. I think that me personally, I think that women, honestly, I think there's a lot of women out here that do it, not because they don't have nothing else to offer, but that's because they think what gets them.
Exactly.
Because I feel like
that validates
women
them.
tone that, I feel like women play down their intellect because they think men are interested in intellect. Oh, he don't care about what I think. He don't care about my mind. He just wants some booty. Because we've been conditioned to think all they want is sex. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So we don't really work hard at trying to stimulate other things. And because I feel like this is, it's like he already know that you think that that's what he wants, so that's what he think he got to bring. Okay,
Yeah.
even if that really wasn't the intention 100%, that's what I gotta act like because that's what you want.
And a lot of women are big on, oh, that's what he wanted. They y'all be. I feel like women be. A woman will decide what you want.
Absolutely, without him actually.
I didn't say that.
Because
Like,
you may not
y'all
have
one
that
of these girls
intention.
with these BBLs. I know a lot of flat booty women. They got a lot of kids. They nobody care about them BBLs. That's not what we told y'all to go do. We didn't say that. Y'all looked at TV.
And TV told you to do that one because I
television.
Thank you.
It told you a vision.
Television and told you a vision, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
But that is true. I think that the divide is that we're conditioned to expect him to act a certain way, and because they know that we're conditioned to do that, they automatically do it. Not even if that's not their intention. He can really just like you and want to be your friend and just want to be in your space because he think you cool, right? But no, if he don't come at you, then I must not be attractive, and it's gonna hit my self-esteem some type of way.
I'm gonna say this, and if you hear this and you don't apply it, that's your fault. Stop trying to give me what I want. Who are you?
Come on. Oh, there it is.
Show me that.
Speak money.
Come on. There it is.
Help
right
the
there.
sisters out.
I'm not taking you where you want to go on the first date. If I offered you going where I want to go, or you ain't going.
That part.
I'm showing you me. I might want to throw darts today. I might want to go to a bar. I might want to go have pizza. I might want to throw axes. I might want to go have a shake. Show me who are you? What do you like? Is it your TV show? Can we bond over that? Maybe you don't know if you didn't try. You just want to go for the gusto, and a lot of guys do it too. That's why a lot of us do lead with materials. And look, I wanted a woman so bad before that I gave her what I had. Okay, and this one, the one I'm thinking of now, wasn't even about money. I got a lot of fly stuff going on, right? I'm on radio.
Yeah,
I make music, blah blah blah. I get it with all that.
Very interesting. Yeah, the celebrity.
At the time, I was on Power 92, right? So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, baby, on Power 92, we play the music, we play the hits. Number one in the streets. I know Shot Blizz, you feel me? You know, we was hanging out.
Yeah.
The other day. Me and Shauna shook hands in the hallway, and then I sent her this song. She thought she was gonna say no. She couldn't if she wanted to.
See,
she was too enamored.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I've done that before, but I realized that I'm more valuable than that.
You are,
so,
and that's what I want my brothers to know.
Myself that time.
Yeah. This is the article. This is a piece of an article that I read in Me and Alive when they was talking about. It wasn't worded like this, but it was basically talking about the men's need beyond the bedroom. It said it takes a lot of time and maturity for men to admit to themselves that they need a safe harbor where they can be nurtured and embraced by a woman. It takes a lot of courage to let his woman know he may want sex, but more important is his need for security, love, and nurture. It requires a level of wisdom to know that allowing ourselves to be as vulnerable as a child may be the manliest thing a man can do.
It is, because you being yourself and you ain't afraid and you setting a tone. I crave intimacy way more than I crave intercourse.
That's so good. Y'all hear that? Wait a minute.
Y'all hear that?
Where my people at? We
Well,
lost them when it went.
Don't get me wrong, because I do want some you did.
It's like they still on, but I can't think that's coming.
But I crave intimacy. That's the thing you do the longest, right?
Yeah.
Intimacy. The rev up.
Facts, Sister V. D said facts. D
That's
Smith.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like
D. Okay.
I get way more out of that. Sex
Yeah.
ain't gonna last that long.
See,
That's what I'm trying to tell people.
When you're thinking about how long
it's
a day
It's
is.
this next part for me though. Go ahead.
How long? If you think about how long your day is, sex is only a fraction of the time.
Right. What we gonna do for the other 23 hours of the day?
Well, I'm gonna go mind my business somewhere, and I'm gonna come back to you. You know, so I can't be in your face all day. Not every day. I can't be in your face.
I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back to hold you down.
When I'm with my person on the weekend, Saturday morning, and I'm at her house. I'm finna go do something. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to drive. I'm going to wash my car. I got to get out your face for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can't just be your
Just be smothered
dog all day long.
Yeah. Your puppy dog.
A puppy dog all day. I can't be.
That what you tell her? I'm your puppy dog today.
I might. Depending on how good the food is.
Depending on how good the food is.
The food good.
Is that real? That the way to a man's heart is to his belly? Is that really?
It helps a lot.
Get to this part about being inside this body, okay?
Wait, hold on. No, because I want you, I'm going to finish this and I'm going to let you go there, okay? So, first of all, y'all, thank y'all for joining me, the Lioness, right here on IntellectualRadio.com. I warned y'all when I started my show that I was going to be for my brothers. So, everybody, all my critics that got an opinion and y'all feel like I'm trying to be a pick-me, baby, I'm always getting picked, but I'm in control of who I let pick me,
y'all
okay?
Need to give me some space to hold men accountable.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Gotta be right now.
Let's go.
Oh,
okay.
I can do it right now if you want, but I can wait.
Okay. Don't pin that.
Another show if you needed to, but
pin it. But we gonna let you do it.
Yeah, we're gonna let you do it at the end. That'll be a good way to close. That's a good way to close. That's a good way to close out. Okay, so the second piece to that for all of the listeners, thank y'all for listening right here on IntellectualRadio.com. It says for a woman, she must also go beyond her own conditioning and be open to a man who is making himself vulnerable in new ways. She must have a great deal of self-love and self-confidence to accept being a safe harbor. She must also have the strength to protect herself when his shame at being vulnerable turns into anxiety, anger, or depression. It isn't easy for men and women to take these kinds of risks, but the payoff is a lifetime of deepening love and intimacy.
You just sold a dream, but
woo, that was good.
None of that.
I'm just saying, don't expect.
That was good.
Don't expect the lifetime part.
Yeah,
the lifetime part is a courtesy. I don't owe you. Okay. Don't ever approach it like I owe you a lifetime.
Okay.
Just keep it.
Let me tell you that I want to give you a lifetime. Don't assume
that I owe it to a lifetime.
And then don't even believe me until the lifetime happens. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I don't believe nothing. I believe what a man do. I don't believe nothing he say.
Watch the way them feet walk, baby.
Right, nobody.
A lot of people will be like, I ain't the one. Okay, whatever. Sure.
Yeah, you'd already told me.
Sure, dear. Dinner at 8.
You smashing some first ladies and some more. I already know.
He said, sure, dear. Dinner at 8. Okay, like business as usual. Okay, ma'am.
I'll see what you do.
You gonna show me who you are.
Ain't about nothing.
That's hilarious.
I'm with you when you right. Tori, what you got for us, girl?
So this article had me cracking up. This said, better to be manly with our sexual desires. Talking about a man. Better to be manly with our sexual desire. And then once we're inside her body, we can relax, be ourselves, and be infused with love. That's the hidden desire we have when we have sex. What say you?
Ooh. To be manly in her vagina. Yeah, of course. I don't know where he was going with that.
Where I think where he's going with this is that as much as you want to be inside of her body, there's something more that happens once you get inside, because once you're inside is when you can be most comfortable, most yourself, most vulnerable, and you get to get intertwined in love.
And so in that, it's not, if I'm into you for real, it's not 100% about the vagina.
Right.
It's about experiencing you.
Right.
And so me being in your vagina should be the culmination of those experiences. Like how clean you keep your house, how good the food was, how you talk to me, how you communicate with me, you offering that safe harbor, how you made into your body. I'm experiencing your whole, that should be the culmination
of experiencing you.
So when you get in there, it's like, okay. It's almost, in a sense, it ain't rest because it's cardio for men, for the fellas. But
you know what?
And it's cardio for y'all too, depending on how you do it. But it's not.
I think from the spiritual aspect, as far the soulish aspect, is where the rest is.
Yeah, it's rest. It's like, okay, we're here, because a lot of us, we feel like we got you. Like when they say, do what you did to get a woman to keep her. When y'all give us some, a lot of us feel like, oh, we got you now.
Yeah,
and not always in a bad way. Not always in a bad way.
Yeah, because your man is about to be watching oxytocin.
But when you gave us that, you gave us a really very vulnerable part of you.
Because
and I ain't had a woman yet who told me that they wanted to just have sex that was able to maintain that after we did it.
Nobody is we is always alive when we say it. I don't care what nobody, whoever it is.
In order for a lot of women to do that, they got to run off.
Yeah, they got to not know you no more.
Close you off.
Or be so mean to you.
They can't really give you the space. And being sex is great because like it's almost like you taming a lion.
It's grudge.
When she mean, but she give it to you. Because in those moments she got to be vulnerable. So now you taming this mean lion, and it's fun, and it's an ego booster.
Women think that they are taking it somehow. It's interesting. So women try this thing to be like men. So they go, oh, we gonna do it, but you can't spend the night, and we gotta go cuddle, and blah, 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 blah. So that's us taking our power back. Lies, ma'am. Because guess what? He already got what he came for. He's already satisfied. You're the one in turmoil. Okay, over here. Yeah, you're fighting with yourself now.
Because when you get home, if you feel like being bothered, he gonna call old girl that will cuddle.
Thank you. He gonna call the one he want to cuddle with if you're not gonna do it. And so calm down.
I just want to cuddle, knowing that something else gonna happen if that's what he wants.
True.
If that's what she wants.
Thank you. But she'll be over there getting it. But he'll be over there getting that little cuddle piece you didn't want to give.
Get some breakfast in the morning.
Of course, say, sir.
What?
He telling the truth. Look, Sakura, he in here spit. I gotta read D comment. He said most men can't even handle true intimacy. They think it means what? Laying up, hugging, but true intimacy requires vulnerability. You gotta be able to express yourself to a deeper degree than a hard on. It's not the easiest thing to do after years of programming. Wow, and wow. Melba said conditioned mentalities of dating makes the whole experience about money, sex, and wits. Man. Many miss the real experience, and we do.
You know what's the worst part about relationships today?
What's that?
My opinion. Okay, the part I hate the most. I ain't gonna call it the worst, but the part I hate the most is the conversation around it. Like, I feel like if we just shut up and go together, we'll have different conversations and we'll be edifying relationships. How often do we have a conversation where we're edifying relationships?
He makes good sense. If you just shut up, calm down all the noise, just shut up and just go ahead and go together. I promise to God it will make it.
Girl, you get on my nerves, but come on, we're finna go.
That's right.
You still my baby, whatever.
Preach. That's it right there. That's it.
It ain't got nothing to do with your feelings.
Turn your mind off.
It ain't got nothing to do with your feelings. It's a culture you want to build.
Turn your mind off.
You do have to treat your mate like your child in a sense, right? Because you got to be forgiving like that.
Yeah. And
you got to be dutiful like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you only fed your kids I said this before, I think on the show, if you only fed your kids when you felt like it, they would starve.
To jail.
They would starve.
Mm-hmm.
They'd starve to death if you only fed them when you felt like it.
That's right.
Because who feels like getting up in the morning and doing that? Sometimes we do, right? Sometimes we look forward to it. But after a while, it ain't that. It's like, again, because it gets mundane.
Yeah.
The mundanity of it. Somebody gave me that word the other day. The mundanity. But yeah, man, we overcomplicate this. Let's go together, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like her, she like you, bet.
Just do that.
Bet them up.
And if I tell you what, I'm with him. If everybody get out of their mind, I can't get back into the labs right now. But if everybody would get out of their mind and just go ahead and just bite the bullet and just be. You be you for real. I'm going to be me for real. With that jail, let's just get right off into the sunset somewhere, okay? And stop all the extra drama. Then y'all will really get to know each other outside of sex now, because I'm still saying you might want to stop clouding your mind for just long enough to figure out if this is really what you really want to do. But if everybody would just come on in the beginning and stop with these representatives, just go on and figure this out, you wouldn't have to be in these relationships for 6, 5, 10 years by the time you figure this out.
Right? Find out if this is what you want to do, not who you want to do.
That's key though. This when I say this, I mean us, you and me, us.
No, I know what you're saying.
Right.
That's what I mean. I'm saying find out this situation is what I want to be in.
Yes.
Not if I want to bone you. That's
like
right. That's so many of us are just looking at.
Yes.
And it's like, it's for me, I be trying too. And it's like, I'm trying so hard. I try so hard not to make it about sex because I know you're gonna give me something, baby. I don't gotta chase that.
Oh God, if I like you, you're gonna get it anyway.
If as a man, all I gotta do is have a space for you to do it and not need your money. You already attracted enough to me because you with me. You know what I'm saying? So like, why can't I just get to who are you?
This is why I encourage women.
Like if I say, what's your favorite color? You tell me you don't got one. I'm probably
run.
That's harmless, but I'm still out of there.
Run.
I'm with him though.
You don't know who you are. What you want me to be to you?
Like lie to me or something.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Give me something to work with.
Why you don't know what your favorite color is? Like all these things you should know.
Really
yours, whatever yours is.
To me, that says you ain't. I'll even take that. But to me, it's saying you ain't interested in me. You ain't give me no feedback.
I think what it sounds like.
I'm not about to work hard to get your attention. I'm not doing that.
What it sounds like is that men are wanting women to actually start showing the truth of who they are.
Girl say, why you keep putting the women to work, cooking and etc.
They showed me that. That's not my fault.
But that's because what he's used to. He's had the benefit of that.
They showed me
that's
that.
But that's what you've had the benefit of.
I was married twice. My first wife, she did what her mother did. She cooked, and we both cleaned. And I would cook too, like. But I'm not that good at cook, so they usually tell me sit down.
Yeah,
I'm a great cook under instruction.
Please don't abuse the grocery bill.
I'm a great cook under instruction.
Okay,
but they have the mental space to do all these things. Because if you've lived, I've lived with 4 women in my life, and none of them had to pick up their pocketbook to pay no bill. And I'm not saying that as a flex. I'm just saying, that's my way of showing. That's one of the ways I show care.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
since they offer me these things. I've never told a woman in my life, "Hey, girl, I need you to start cooking."
That's just the way that they show. That's the way that they show care. That's their language.
That's what's left for them to do.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, that's their language. That's that's their language. I mean, because we have these conversations all the time because I'm not me and my friends, we had this argument all the time. So I'm like, girl, I'm not the one to be cooking and cleaning. I mean, I can get it done, but that's not how I'm gonna show my love to. Like, that's really not how I'm going to show my. That's not the primary way that I show my love for someone. Okay, because don't get me wrong. Yes, I pour the cup. If I want to pour the cup, I will pour the cup. But I don't know that my first language is let me cook you a meal and clean your house and wash your clothes. That's not the first language I'm gonna give you. But
right, and it may not be this person's language, but it's hers, so I'll be over there.
Absolutely,
right? Just like you'll find somebody who speaks your language. Hopefully, like the people speaking the language I like. It's just so happen to be plenty of them.
I just want women to be intentional about being
themselves, be you,
being what a man needs, and let him see that he needs you.
Right? Don't you know decide what I'm saying? That
I'm not gonna talk to you about it. I'm just gonna show you.
Right, and be okay when what you're showing is not what he needs for real, and he say, you know what, that ain't for me. Be okay. Don't decide, oh, well, just because he didn't want it, that must not be good enough. No, that just ain't what he wants. Go find go find your match, okay?
Because I'm not auditioning.
Right, because I'm not auditioning.
I always say I'm not auditioning for a role I was made for.
Come on. So
I was made to be.
I was made for this.
So I'm not going to be out here reckless. It's not going to happen.
So when I show you who I am and that don't work for you, I'm not going to internalize that and decide that there's something wrong with me. I'm not even decide that there's something wrong with you. I'm going to decide that we are not well matched. And I should be waiting to be found for by another because you are not it.
You gotta be honest with yourself too. I've been not honest with myself, and it went bad every time. I tell you what, I had an ugly truth at one. Nah,
I want him to hold his people accountable.
Me too. That's what we finna wrap it up when he get through saying he finna say we're gonna wrap it up with you telling them holding me accountable. I like that. Go ahead.
I wasn't gonna say. I was about to say it's an ugly truth. Excuse me, it wasn't no ugly truth. It was beautiful. I loved it. I wanted to explore having multiple women at one time, right? And I never said this out loud. And so for like 3-4 relationships in a row, I'm sitting there lying to myself the whole time, trying to do the monogamy thing, right? But that's not mentally or spiritually where I was at the time. I had to experience this. And so my one relationship I got in, I was like, it's going to be an open relationship. And that didn't go well.
Of course.
She was lying to herself.
They are.
It's not really what she wanted to do.
They always
But
say
she
yes when
did
they
it.
mean no.
But she did it because that's what she thought she needed to do to have me. So eventually she could reel me in by doing all of this stuff
Nope.
for me.
Mess
Right.
this whole thing up.
So we ended up breaking up. And it was a bad breakup too. But after that, I took the chance to like, I'm gonna just be me, man. This is who I am right now. It turned out that it's not me. What I really wanted was monogamy, but somebody to understand my thought process, to try to give the effort to understand my thought processes, because I don't see the world the same way. If you ask me certain questions, I'm going to give you the truth, but I also want you to understand I'm just answering the question you gave me, and I'm here for you. That's why I'm here every day. Like, so if you ask me, are you attracted to other women? Yeah. If you're going to take that and run with it and get mad at me, strike one.
You ain't blind.
I'm not blind.
Right.
But because what I really want you to look at is where I'm at every day. Who am I giving and sharing my resources with?
Right.
Who am I here to protect? Where am I at late at night? Who am I checking in with? You know what I'm saying? Why does that matter more than my why does that not matter more than a desire you became aware of after you asked me?
What you think my proclivities are.
Do you
right.
feel
Back to that article.
do you feel in our dealings that I'm worried about other women? If the answer to that is no, then what are we talking about? Why even the question?
But that's an insecurity thing, though.
And insecurities are okay because we're human and we have them. I'm willing to work with you through this insecurity. But just admit that it's that so we can deal with it.
He said, go ahead and admit that it's that.
I want to say it.
Say that. I feel a way about that.
I can't work with you through what you haven't brought to the table. I'm not saying it to shame you.
Good.
It's okay to have it. I'm insecure. I am an LVAD patient. I got all the insecurities on earth. If anybody knows insecurities, it's people like me.
Yeah.
You understand? It's okay, baby. Insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Let's deal with it. Now, what do you think? What do you need from me? And I'll tell you what I need from you to do that.
I like that.
Wow. What do you need from me? And then I will tell you what I need from you so that I can do that.
That's
now,
so good.
That is hot right there.
That's how y'all heard that right here on IntellectualRadio.com. Fyreside Chat, where the conversations get heated.
I'm marriage material. If y'all didn't know.
Oh, I already know both of you and D are husbands. I already know that. You hear that, D? Okay, we finna get ready and wrap this up. He's going to address the men at the end of this session, and then we out. Let's go, D.
Okay.
I mean,
that's fine. I'm my brother's keeper.
All right.
Shout out D Smith, man, my boy. I would say get well soon, but he getting better every day. So now, men, so a lot of us we want to talk at women, but we don't hold each other accountable a lot. I've rarely had a man come to me and say, "Hey, bro, you're doing wrong right now. Don't do that." It was just justified. Boy, you crazy? I don't know what. Boy, look at Monix. You know what I'm saying? Even my lady friend, my homegirls.
Yeah.
They come, oh boy, Monix, you crazy. And they almost edify it though.
See?
I'm my father's child. My father was a womanizer. He was my hero. I can't help that my father was my hero. But my aunties edified it. They said, "Ooh, your daddy got all the girls." They made it sound fun. My aunties told me, "You so handsome, you look like your father, you'll get all the girls." They didn't tell me getting the girls came with sex and it was going to change my life and my perspective on the world. So I'm thinking this is what I'm supposed to do.
See?
So that happens to a lot of the fellas. I wanted to defend them before I get busy. I'll make it quick. Mm-hmm. We have to understand, fellas, that regardless of what a woman says, we have to be the ones that's ready to set the tone. If she is not going to let you set the tone, she might not be for you, my boy. Or maybe she's good enough for you to work through it with her, and that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? But you, as the man, set the tone. Why am I saying this? Look at the very nature of how she wants you to deal with her. She wants you to hit her from the back tonight, bro.
You know what?
You finna bend her over, and she's gonna give you vulnerability. You think she wants you to be a softie?
But I know where he going with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She wants that. She wants you to make her feel safe.
Leadership. She's looking for leadership.
Yeah.
And when you lead, she is ready to submit in all ways.
That she's willing to be vulnerable. Her mouth may say something different, but actions speak louder than words. It ain't been one time in my life that I've given a woman a good time there with good intentions, and she wasn't really ready to follow me to hell and back.
Okay.
Never has happened.
It's the truth.
True.
In my life. So I'm just saying, fellas, I know they did this and they said this and they did that. If anybody needs to stay the course, my boy, is us. They gonna follow a woman who with you gonna follow you there.
That is true.
She's gonna allow you to make the mistakes.
That is true.
Remember, women some of the best stuff they get is from a broke guy, right? So they'll take you when you're down in the dumps.
They will.
Just lead them somewhere.
That's right.
Even if they got money, they got more money than you. If you got a plan, some of them will even invest in you, man, or put you in a place where you can get that too. But as a man, also, you got to have a plan, bro. It's best if you have a plan. If you don't have one, you're going to fall victim to guys like me that's going to take your girl. I ain't going to lie to you.
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at you like, oh, okay, come here, shorty. If I'm on that. That's not what I'm on right now. I'm stable right now. I'm cool.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm worried about you? I know who. Look, I love on everybody. I promise you. But I know who ain't half the man I am. I'm looking at it.
So you can assess a room.
And money. And I ain't talking about money or accomplishments.
I believe I'm talking about
character.
Mm-hmm. That's why other men don't really.
Like, what are you in her face for, my boy? That's gonna say a lot about you in that space.
But see, this is exactly why men, when they on bullswacker, they don't want to meet your male family. Like they ain't trying to meet your uncle, your daddy, your brother, your big brother. They don't want to meet him.
You're a man, and you won't do that. You ain't being a man.
They don't want to meet him.
I won't say you're not a man, but you're not conducting yourself
as a man. That's why he don't want to meet. That's why he don't. I don't want to meet.
First of all, don't nobody in your family hold a candle to me.
But the reason
they should not.
I'm
already confident going in there.
But the only reason they don't want to meet him is because they already know they on bullswacky, and maybe she ain't seeing it, but they know he is going bullswacky. They know he gonna know.
We don't say curse words. We say blessed ones.
I might just fooled her, but I ain't about to fool him, and I know that. Yes, because I know I'm dirt.
He must be hanging out with Deion Sanders. He'd be like bull junk.
Bullswacky, baby. All day.
You ain't give us nothing, doggone.
That's why you got to bring around all the brothers, because if they don't want to do it, that's when you know. If they don't want to be, they don't want to meet your little brother, your family, your elders in the family, the men, kick them to the curb already, because that's how you know he on bullswacky.
Also, fellas, it's the I ain't talking about your sex life. All right, I get it. I get the struggle with that. I get it. I'm just saying, let's fix one. I feel like you fix other things. The other things would be in more order. So as men, whether you got kids or not, a woman or not, you need to be about something. So especially if you got little sisters and little cousins or nieces, they have, or nephews. So your nephews can have a man to model themselves after, because they're going to do that. They're gonna model themselves after some of the streets too, because that's just how it go. But they're gonna be. But what's at home is what's instilled in them for real.
That's right.
They might get some habits from the streets, but their values come from the house.
And you need to learn how to.
So as a man, if you're striving to be an honorable man, we all make mistakes. We all fall down. We get up, right? But we all make mistakes. We all wayward here and there. But if we're standing on something with our core values, your nephews are going to see that. And then your nieces are going to see that. Your daughter's going to see that. Your little cousin's going to see that. So now, I ain't saying they need to compare their man to you, but
they need something to measure them by.
They need to measure.
They have some measurables. And if you as a man set the standard for your family, then your daughter, your niece, your sister should bring somebody home that meet the standards.
Come on.
That's called a culture. And that's how you build a culture. This is what we expect here.
Yes.
Come on,
okay,
come on.
Somebody preach over here. He just don't know.
Here. I love that. Okay. This is what we expect here.
And look, I'm sorry for the women. I lay it wrong on that level.
Thank you.
Because I didn't know anybody talk to me this way. When I started understanding it, I ain't had the example in front of me all the time.
See,
I'm gonna say, shout out. I know I'm around a lot of Christians all the time, but I got this from Islam. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got this from Islam, and then I found it in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk out here.
And women need to learn how to. Women need to learn how to address men in that manner and demand that they come from that place. Because if they don't do it, then that's how you know this is not the dude for you.
Yeah, they can't demand it though. It's gonna go wrong.
The
fellas gotta demand that of the fellas, so we can be prepared for these women. Because when it comes to y'all like nuance in dealing with it. Right. And I mean, look, I ain't saying don't try it. Right.
I'm saying I have to let you.
You know you got his ear like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Then smooth, right? But
and I'm not saying come out the gate and be crazy, but I'm saying sometimes we women are in these intimate spaces with these men, and we have their ear, and we don't even utilize that because we don't speak to the king in him.
Y'all worried about the carnal.
We don't speak to the king in him. We don't come for that core value that we know that he's shared with us that he has. We don't come for that.
We do better, especially us that's women of the faith. I do better just living it. I don't have to say nothing. I'm going to show you I'm a diamond in the rough.
That's how it's always supposed to be.
It's how it's supposed to be.
You was never supposed to run your mouth about it like that.
That's
the whole goal for anybody that's in his faith was supposed to be the example. The Bible said the Jews were supposed to be a shining light, not a talk box.
Come on and tell us the word, huh?
Not a
Huh?
box.
Not a talk box.
Am I misrepresenting scripture here?
No,
No,
sir.
you're
You
not.
did what I'm saying?
No,
Jesus
sir.
told y'all go in the closet and pray.
Listen to him.
Oh, I know.
He said don't pray in public like the heathens do.
Look at we think.
It's all inner work so it can shine outside of you.
See, you know what? This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. You think because a person don't show up to those four walls, they don't know
but
nothing
it's in
about
'em.
God.
But it's in them.
They ain't had no. That's not true all the time. That's why we can't value them less because they not showing up the way we used to looking at. That don't no, that ain't got nothing to do with what God is saying, dude. So yes, it has been a wonderful. When I tell y'all, I can't wait till D come back so we can do part 2.
My brother come back.
Yo,
I ain't gonna talk
brother.
as much. I'm gonna sit down and listen.
Oh,
Oh,
D
Lord.
My brother get
man.
to talking.
Oh my goodness, he should have been a
That's- hey,
counselor.
I call him big bro. Somebody said, "Why you call him your big bro?" I'm like, man, because one, a couple of years older than me. 2, I respect his advice and counsel.
Yes,
That's
he got
right.
it.
What are we
You
talking
know,
about?
We wrapping this up, y'all. We just want to say thank you for joining us. Today's topic, the bed and beyond. It has been fire, heated conversations right here on IntellectualRadio.com. Fireside chat. Until next week, y'all stay blessed. Woo, 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 woo.
That flower that I picked up out the garden when the others didn't want to grow. She's my Gina, she's my Vivian, my Frizzy. It don't matter, I'm gonna play the role. She's my beauty, she's my queen.